This is a follow-up on my video about the importance of community and connections. So those of you who are following this docuseries know that one of my goals is to increase funding on a business level. So I have my work at Denny's, which is my $3.35 an hour job to simulate being in a state of poverty. It is my personal income. It's what's paying for my personal life and paying off my debt. Okay, that's the Denny's income. And then there is my business venture, which is how I'm helping individuals see that your side venture can become something that becomes a lifestyle business for you and helps you. So I had already had Reflecting Inward Life Coaching as a business. I'm not using any of that money personally. All of the money that I get through the docuseries and through Reflecting Inward Life Coaching is going right back into the business to make this series even better. One of the strategies that my personal life coach gave me was to reach out to my contacts and ask them for a personal loan with interest tacked onto it to be paid back within 12 months and tell them about the project, what I'm working on. So I made a list of all of my phone contacts, my social media contacts and such, 3 different lists: A, family, or may as well be family; B, close friends; C, we're acquaintances, friends, but not super close. Well, I started going through my contacts and realized that there were very few people that I considered in the C group. Nearly everyone that's there that wasn't like a landlord that I never met. That would be a C person. A landlord that I never met, I never had any personal contact with. Well, I'm still not going to call that person and say, "You don't know me. I rented from you, but we never met. Will you lend me money?" Okay. And so I decided to just look at my phone list, and I started realizing there are people I haven't talked to for quite a long time, like a couple of years even. And I really hadn't thought to call and just see how they were doing. And it was a great opportunity to do that. And I realized how many of these people also would have been very interested in what I'm doing. So one of them was a friend, a man I actually rented from him when I was living in Washington State. And I was working at Green Hill School, which is actually it's a prison for young men who are under the age of 21. And I was a residential counselor working there with this man that I was renting from. I thought, he'd be probably pretty interested in what I've been doing the last couple of years with this nonprofit and this project. I'm just going to call and see how they're doing because I haven't really talked to him for a long time. And so I did not call intending to pitch him for this personal loan. I literally was calling just to follow up with him. And I said, I was just going through my phone because my coach has me doing this. And I saw your name and I thought I would just call and see how you were doing. And he's like, "Oh, okay. So tell me more about that." And so I ended up telling him more about how I was seeking a personal loan for the docuseries. And he requested that I send him information about it, and then he would look it over and talk with his wife. Again, I wasn't calling him specifically about that. I just wanted to see how he was doing. And then I kept looking through my contacts and I realized I had people in there that have such great experiences. One of them is a muralist. Her career is she gets paid to paint murals, and she is fantastic. And I remembered that student I had in Aurora, Colorado, who told me that he was doing graffiti on the back of my classroom wall because he just wanted to get his name out there. He wanted his artwork to be recognized and people to know it was him. And so when he came to my classroom to remove the permanent marker from the back of my classroom, we had a talk about how government agencies, businesses, they will pay people to paint murals or images on buildings and walls and places to beautify them. And he was surprised. Really? People get paid to do that? Yes, they get paid to do that. So you don't need to tag stuff. You just need to improve your skill and market yourself. Well, I realized when I saw this friend's name, Christy, I said to myself, you know what? People probably would want to know how she got to where she is. She had struggles, she has challenges. I bet you they'd be very interested in that. And so I reached out to her and I just said, I've been thinking about you. I saw your name on my phone. I'm doing this project. And this is the purpose. It's to empower people and to help people to keep pushing through their struggles and challenges and believe that they can succeed, and to show people how other people have succeeded and overcome challenges. And she said, yeah, I'd love to. And I said, I don't have the funding yet to pay for transportation to go to you and interview you in person. But if we were to do a Zoom interview, would you just take a quick video of some of your artwork and just send that so I can put it into the final video? And she said, you know what? I'll do better. I have a project coming up the second week of December, and I will film it for you, and I'll send that to you so that they can see me working. And I was like, that is so cool. And then I thought of, oh, I have another friend who's just finishing film school, and she's a writer. She's gotten all of these awards at film festivals for her writing. She wrote a short indie film, and they filmed it, and it went to like 12 different film festivals and won awards. I worked on a project with her for like a very short period of time, and we stayed in contact. And she is a young mother of two children under the age of 3, I think it is. And the whole time she was going to school, she was studying to become a screenwriter. I have all these great connections that I didn't think about how they would love to be involved and how they'd love to share and empower people. This is how we work with our connections in our community to empower others. By going through my phone to make a list of people to call to ask for a personal loan, I actually was able to find just the first day 3 people who wanted to support me in different ways, that could support me in different ways. I also reached out to SCORE. So if you've already seen the video I have on SCORE and on Slow Money, this is my conversation with a mentor from SCORE. They offer free business mentoring or mentorship for new businesses so that they can thrive. And I met via Zoom with my SCORE mentor. His name is Dave. And if you are in a small town and you're thinking, well, SCORE probably doesn't have anyone near me, the population in the town that I'm currently residing in is under 40,000 people. The mentor that was assigned to me happened to be in a neighboring town that has only just over 2,000 population, a population of 2,000. They found someone close to me within 10 minutes away in these 2 small towns. So I think there's a pretty good chance that wherever you are, there's going to be a SCORE mentor somewhere close to you that can help you. Okay. So my mentor, Dave, very helpful. He suggested that I approach the PTA about a list of parents or students who may be interested in the services I provide for life coaching and career coaching. The next thing is find local Facebook pages who might be interested, and ask the administrators if I can advertise my services on the Facebook pages for the local groups that are here in the town. Start charging for youth and parents on a sliding scale. So before, I was offering free services, free one-on-one coaching for youth and their parents, because that population is so important to me. I've heard this before and I just didn't want to do it, but they would prefer to pay something than nothing. So I decided that I was going to start charging for one-on-one coaching with youth and with their parents. And I was going to stop offering free workshops and visitations to classrooms and such. I'm doing minimal fees for each of them now. And it's on a sliding scale. So for the one-on-one coaching with youth and their parents, it's on a sliding scale not to exceed $100 per hour. And for those over 25, the base rate is $100 an hour. And if they're experiencing financial difficulties, then that can be on a sliding scale as well. But everyone pays something at this point. All right. The next suggestion that he had was to research troubled youth foundations and request a grant. And he even gave me the name of one that he has worked through in the past when he was working with a nonprofit organization. And that was the Steel Reese Foundation. They provide help for rural areas and a variety of things, including education and empowering youth. And so I actually emailed them last night, with an outline of my business, the docuseries, what I'm doing with it, my mission, what I do with the nonprofit, and explaining how I would use the resources, the funding, if they feel that my mission aligns with their foundation's mission for their grants. The next thing he suggested that on a marketing level was that I needed to create a couple of very short videos just to grab attention and to speak to the very people that I relate to. So I drafted a couple of very short speeches in order to record those, and for that purpose. And as I was taking down all these notes and writing about them in my journal later, I thought to myself, hey, one of my obstacles that's keeping me from being able to travel and do these interviews live is my lack of transportation, because I sold my car before leaving Los Angeles. So I've been without a car for a year and a half. And so I thought, well, why not reach out to a car dealership and explain to them what I'm doing with the docuseries and see if they would like to make a charitable contribution, donate a preferably sustainable car, because the docuseries is about sustainable living and as well as our mental and emotional, physical health. It is about sustainability as well. And so why not reach out to a car dealership and see if they might be willing to donate a sustainable car in order for me to travel to these places for the impact that I'm looking for. So I have a list of things now that I'm going to do, and I've already actually checked off. I've already adjusted the pricing on my website. I have emailed the Steel Reese Foundation. I'm waiting to hear back from them. And another check-in also, I did finally receive a letter from the Department of Health, Idaho Department of Health, about my application for benefits for food stamps and Medicaid. And they wanted me to do a phone interview 2 days ago. They said, this is your phone interview is on this day. Call this number to reschedule. But I didn't even get the letter till the 16th, until today. If you're appreciating this and it's meaningful to you, I encourage you to subscribe and to share this channel with other like-minded individuals. Also, I wanted to make you aware that there is a GoFundMe currently running to help this series become a professionally documented series on a platform such as Netflix. So, 2 reasons why this is important. 1, this series could become something that is shot by professional production teams and take it to the whole new level of who we have access to and what we can bring to you for awareness. The second thing is, if we can meet that goal, it will be a blaring sign to production companies that this is something that viewers want, that this is something that viewers find meaningful. So if this is something that you advocate, please consider just donating $10. If they see that we made it to our goal and it literally took 100,000 people to get there, people only donated $5 because that's all they could, it's even more telling. So please consider sharing the GoFundMe that's in the description, and I hope this turns into something huge. Let's make these production companies go into a bidding war over this. All right, you have a wonderful day. I look forward to bringing you more content and more awareness for how you can become a thriving member of your community. Have a great day.